There are three basic types of angles that we measure, and those are called the acute, obtuse, and right. An acute angle is an angle that is less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is an angle that's greater than 90 degrees but less than 180. And a right angle is an angle that is exactly 90 degrees. And so a degree is a relatively small unit of measure for angles. Let me give you an example. If we had an angle of just 1 degree, it might look something like this, and of course this is a little bit bigger than 1 degree, but the angle is relatively small, and the farther away we get from the origin, this point being the origin, the farther away we get from the origin, the farther the distance between these two lines become. And so if this was 1 degree, this angle was 1 degree, we want to be able to break this angle up into smaller units, just the same way that we break a foot up into inches or a meter into millimeters. And so if we were to divide this 1 degree angle into 60 equal angles, each one of these very small angles, we would call those 1 minute. Each one of these small angles is called a minute. And the same problem arises that the farther and farther away we get with just 1 minute of angle, the farther these two lines diverge from one another. And so again, if we were to divide this into 60 equal measurements, and I can't quite fit 60 in there, but we would call these seconds. Each little mark here represents 1 second. Okay, and so this is not to be confused with the units of time, minutes and seconds, but these are fractions of degree measures. And so 1 minute, and we use the apostrophe to represent minutes, 1 minute is equal to 1/60th of a degree. And 1 second, we use a quotation to represent seconds. 1 second is equal to 1/60th of a minute. Okay, and so these are our smaller units of angle measure. This is how we break down angle measures into smaller units.